the most of his career. So this will be the starting Washington, which currently is in the 10th spot in the East, which means they win at Staples Center against the Clippers. Here's Davis coming off an 8 for 15 showing on Monday against Orlando. Was best 8th in the NBA, and he's a point guard. Hachimura knocks down the foul line to the Spurs in overtime. Here's Schroeder to the goal.
So the floor and just sort of watch that offensive possession.
Bank shot goes for Westbrook. Kuzma lobs it up there for Drummond. I don't know if he mistimed his jump or what, but he came up short. But he does score on the second try. Thought he was fouled. Here's Kuzma, finds the cutter. Davis with the throwdown. And you just watch him. He's doing a lot of talking, much more communicating on the defensive end. Here's Beal in the paint. Such an excellent mid-range player early. Scott Brooks said when he got here, that's one of the things he wanted to see. And he has seen as Kuzma gets past Len. And a blocking foul, so count the medic Chris Paul, who's in the MVP conversation. But you have to think that time spent together has a big impact.
Lines.
And what's in the cup? Is it coffee or vino? That's what I want to know. Westbrook getting an early breather here. Drummond, boy, he was hammered. He put it in, and he was
from the top of the key. What do you do with Montrez in the playoffs? I think that all has to be dictated probably by matchups.
The Lakers, when they played in late February, they were down 17 in that game as Kyle Kuzma hit.
Athleticism at the center spot goes through the roof.
Here's Kuzma going backdoor. Nice feed. Drummond hangs and finishes. Beautifully done from Andre Drummond, showing some athletic ability. Also by Gafford, but he saved it right to Anthony Davis. Kuzma, good look to Drummond. Another nice pass. Baseline, and Drummond altering that shot. Horton Tucker. Excellent pass and stride to AD for the
transition.
Smith probing, waving through traffic. Able to hit against Andre Drummond.
How much of a significant difference is there, or maybe there isn't? What's the difference between Trevor Lawrence and the guys below him in terms of, like, is he...
By Caldwell Pope, a turnover forced by the Lakers defense. They're still number one in the NBA in defensive rating, and they get another trade. Be above 30 outside 2 minutes to go in the first. Westbrook goes to the left hand, flips it up, and it took some time because he's so unique. He's a guy who works himself into a frenzy, and then he goes 100 miles an hour. The Lakers are learning how to play with one another, and then they're going to have to do it all over again when LeBron James gets back, as Schroeder gets it. Thought he was drawing a foul, and then he slipped on the floor as he tried to get back up. So numbers for Washington. Oh, my! Hutchison! The rim will feel that one tomorrow. My goodness. He said for Steph Curry, looks like the way things are going, they'll be in the play-in tournament. You want to try to beat Steph Curry twice in that situation? Lakers 1 of 7 from out there. Hutchison hangs and finishes. Another beautiful play by Hutchison, and a great pass by when he just couldn't make the shot. And had to get rid of it quickly, too, and he did. There's Harrell. Just 2.
Scored over him or around him.
10 in the game, 6 in the quarter for Harrell, and the Lakers are 1 of 8 from three-point land, and Westbrook throwing it the length of the floor to Hachimura. Now Westbrook with an 18-footer that's good.
To me, that he's always gone to when he's looking to get comfortable, or if you're going to concede it, that free throw line pull-up jump shot, that's his go-to.
Again, Montrezl Harrell just abusing Lopez on the low block. He's 5 for 5 from the field. Lopez in traffic makes the catch and the slam.
I mean, I have some concerns about the lack of continuity.
Lopez gets the dunk. Kuzma thought he was fouled.
Maybe next Monday, whenever it is, you got to get your conditioning back pretty quick.
Lopez inside score. And the absence of Harden, the absence of LeBron James, those things impact the MVP race, as they started 0-5, and then there were 6 straight games in January that got postponed. As Bradley Beal scored. Think how hard that is. I know the game went to overtime, but still. Kuzma's 3 on the money. They were 1 of 11 earlier in transition. Schroeder with the defender on his hip, kicks it out to Kuzma. His 3 is good. 2 threes here. Here's Westbrook with 4. Pull-up jumper is good for Russ with 5-10. Picked up his third foul. It was a beautiful tip-in by Davis, but it didn't count. Westbrook with an excellent pass in the open floor, but the block on Wall. They did have a couple of good runs in the playoffs, but a lot of people, there's a lot of noise. Is it in their rhythm? But they've got it right now. This is a team that looks totally transformed. Westbrook with a great look as Len cut back. Shot clock at 5. Schroeder finds a cutting Drummond, puts it up and in. Tonight, 6 of those will be at home, and then another game against the Clippers at Staples. Oh my goodness, Rui Hachimura against Anthony Davis, who got the worst of that.
Thought that left hand might have been leading the way.
Davis comes back and knocks down the shot, but
to play through Anthony Davis here.
They go down to Drummond underneath. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line with Hachimura. The most in NBA history at 181. Caldwell Pope with a spot up 3 is good. And that's 55, and that was when he had the groin injury in his first year in L.A., and they missed the playoffs. He's only played in 41. Frank Vogel, his Drummond scores were. Lakers trail by 5 at the midway point of the third quarter. Len with good defense on the rotation.
69 points for the Los Angeles Lakers as Russell again gets to his
misses. Anthony Davis is a great player, but he doesn't elevate the Lakers in the win-loss first quarter. They only have 34 points since. Another miss. Washington in transition. Beal's 3 is there. His second triple. Lakers cut it to 2 at 69-67, but since a 15-2 run.
I've thought that before, and then they'll go on a losing streak.
Here's McLemore for 3. It's good. That ends a score. Washington is at 27-34, but 10-2 in their last 12. Beal hangs and finishes. Horton Tucker with the floater, swishes through.
Test quite often in that couple of day stretch. We appreciate what he does.
Bert does a great job in so many different sports. It's in the first quarter. The offense has been stifled since then. Anthony Davis just 1 bucket since the first, but McLemore has not had a great regular season for the Lakers offensively. Hutchison off the bounce, puts it up and in. He says Russ never afraid to share his opinions, and I welcome them. A good play by Gafford following it up. The Lakers just standing. McLemore misses the 3. Where is the offense going to come from? There's no defense coming from the Lakers. They get a breakaway dunk from Smith. Bounce per game. Triple-double. 30 times. 4 times in the last 5 years, averaging.
Before I get myself in trouble, not that I'm
just that Russ. It's not something that Russ enjoys as much as some other players do. As Schroeder finally gets one to go. With a little bit of a window open, can they capitalize? Caldwell Pope drives, and Davis with the easy dunk in the late season average, but they haven't needed his offense tonight because of what the bigs are doing. Hachimura from mid-range. He's Caldwell Pope, and the baseline drive cut off. Here's Davis, knocks down a 3-pointer. Just a run by the Lakers as Beal drives. Good D. Davis took it away. Although AD shaken up on the play. There's McLemore with the stuff on the. Davis gets an easy dunk here in transition. Beal, step back. On target. 11 at the 5-minute mark. Schroeder trying to take Bertans, does. 13.
They run the same set. Little screen and roll, good switch.
Ends up in the hands of Russ, and Westbrook cans the. Davis looking to answer, does. Rattling home. Was going down, but spun out at the last second. Westbrook scores and fouled. 5 using the screen from Neto. Got McLemore on a switch. Shot clock at 2. Step back 3 for Beal. On the money. Swishes. And Westbrook with the rebound. And they get a dunk from Len.
At one point, it was 8 of his 10.
Davis connects. This could be a conference finals preview. It may end up being a first-round series. So much can happen here in the next couple weeks as Kuzma.
And even after watching them win the title last year in the bubble, I was still thinking if Brooklyn's healthy, I love Brooklyn. job. And I thought Spencer Dinwiddie would be missed, but they have done an incredible job. Guys like Bruce Brown contributing.
Well, LeBron going back to the locker room, he's seen enough, and I don't think he's the only Laker fan that's seen enough.